Yes. Hey, everybody. My name is Albert Corey. The world knows me as the Tax Man. But today we're going to come on with a pretty cool show, a series. We're talking about profit activators. Profit activators are things you can do to take your business to the next level. I should know because I've been in business for almost 40 years, serving over 25,000 business owners, saving them $60 million.
In the midst of a global crisis, with billions of businesses shutting down, stands one man who has the skills to save your bills. He's on a mission to let businesses know how they can grow.
But guess what? I wouldn't have gotten there by myself. See, I will tell you that going to events are the key to success. So our guest today is Mr. Michael Serves. He's a CEO, founder, best buddy in the world of Mentor Studios. And he's going to show you why mentoring and hanging out with people is the real deal. Mr. Michael, how are you doing, young man?
Doing really well. How are you doing today?
Awesome. It was amazing. We got to see each other a few weeks ago for a whole week live. We both speak at Rainmaker and Power Team National business stages around the country. And we just went, him and his team at Mentor Studios produced an event that had 450 people. Guys, if you're watching that, give him props. He was the production manager kind of in the back with all his wonderful little Michaels running around, keeping it going. So, Mr. Michael, now that little introduction, please tell us about you.
Yeah, the greatest thing about that too is with our coordination with Power Team, it's really being able to bring that vision and knowledge to businesses and to owners and to entrepreneurs at this level. And we did it pretty much right after, right out of COVID, because what happened in the last 20, let's just do the last 22 years of my life, 23 now, I think, 24 maybe, I have to do the math. But that's why people like you, so I don't have to do the math. But the biggest thing is that I've been in this personal development business coaching industry, and I've worked with the teams that took Tony Robbins around the world and Robert Kiyosaki around the world. My wife and I did coaching and training for 5 years in Australia. Our events, excuse me, had 3,000 to 5,000 people a weekend, so that was really awesome. But it was really about how do we make a difference in people's lives. And so then I spoke a ton on stage and then worked with the teams that put on all the big events in the US, 10,000 people plus. The biggest thing about that is we diversified. We saw things coming, so we did some virtual right away. And then with myself and Mr. Bill Walsh at Power Team, and my other business partner is Mary Glorfield, who was Tony Robbins' VP for 18 years. As COVID started to shut things down, Bill and I sat in a restaurant and literally just said, we're flipping the switch. We had over 300 live events a year. We're going fully digital. Within 8 days, we launched a 12-hour digital virtual summit.
And we brought in one of the guests, by the way.
You were. And we brought in just about everybody we knew, from Albert Corey to Mark Victor Hansen to Brian Tracy to Kevin Harrington we brought everybody, right? Like at this last event, we had Les Brown. And what it did is we were showing the world we're still here. We don't know what it all means, and you move forward. So in your life and your business, make sure that you're surrounded by people that are always mentors thinking forward. That makes a big difference, because then within 5 months, we were back live, because we had partnerships with golf clubs and courses that we could use and do trainings. And we were back to big main events by December 2020. So, it is about, how do you make a difference? How are you going to make a difference in the world? And what mentors? So do you have? I would not have spoken in front of 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 people here, and 3,000 there, and 2,000 there, and the virtuals, and if I didn't have the mentors and the people behind me that I listened to and listened to their coaching. And because of it, right, Albert, we brought on the Mentor Studio, which is mentors joining around the world to mentor, to work together, to serve the underserved, to really help everybody on this planet. But it's a powerful group. I mean, it's all again, Tony Robbins VP, myself, Mr. Bill Walsh VP. We have all these thought leaders, Aaron Young, one of the largest LLC companies on the planet, to new entrepreneurs and speakers. And we're doing this together, one team, one family.
Very cool. Here's by the way, this is a famous Michael Silver's quote, and if you follow this, you'll go to the top of the world. Why do you always say that you need to take every what's the exact quote, Mr. Michael?
Yeah,
Here?
are you talking about the 3 coaches, 2 mentors, and a mastermind? That one? I got a lot of famous quotes.
Okay, that's one of them. But you
What's
can
the other
say
one?
that. Go with that one, and then
Oh,
I got the next one. The
all
next
right.
one is that you always got me to hooked. That you take every course. But start off with that one, then
Yeah.
we'll roll to the next one. If you don't
Got it.
mind.
I know where you're going. So I once was asked a long time ago. I was on stage and they said, "Really, what was part of your success?" I'm going to tie the two in together. So the first one was one of my first mentors was Bob Proctor, and I said to Bob, "How do you be successful?" He said, "You're going to invest in every course in the planet, and you're going to read every book." Now, I wasn't a fast reader, right? My eyes don't work so well, so the great thing about that is books on tape came out the same time. Like, yes, the universe has my back. So make sure you're always investing in yourself. Make sure, write this down, invest in myself. Always go VIP and always invest in yourself. That's how you get to be where you're at. That's where you meet the mentors you need. The other paradigm of that is 3 coaches, 2 mentors, and a mastermind. 3 coaches are simple. 1 coach kicks your behind. That's a clinical term, by the way. I was a male nurse. I can make fun jokes about that, but one kicks your behind. 1 understands your business, but doesn't have to be further down the road you are, but helps you redirect. And 1 is for your maybe physical, spiritual, whatever that is, your personal trainer. It's keeping that other part of us going at all times. The 2 mentors are typically people who you'll pay a lot of money for mentors, and that's okay. That's called investment in yourself. They're down the road from you. Maybe it's their lifestyle, maybe it's how much money they make, maybe it's the way they are as grandparents or parents, right? I'm a grandparent. So, I'm a mentor in that. I don't even know it. 7 grandkids now. But that piece is really critical. If you just listen to them as the mentor, write that down, be coachable at all times, stop saying I know, and then a mastermind, a group of individuals that get together to create something out of nothing, and start with 4 people locally if you have to. There's a lot of great masterminds to join. And we actually have local mastermind breakfast through Power Team. Every month we have 12 of them now across the United States and growing fast. So, because now we're going to Europe and Dubai and all those
Oh
places.
wait,
But
hold on, Mike.
yeah,
1 second. Tell us. I know you just said it quickly. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Tell everybody how they can go and find the local mastermind. So I didn't mean to break up, but I
no,
want people to
that's a
know that.
great. What you could do is you just go to GBN, Global Business Network, GBN360.com. GBN360.com. It's a very simple way. You'll find the masterminds. You'll be able to join them. They're all over the United States right now. And again, we're going international really quick. We have clients all over the world because we've all toured all over the world, but it's really coordinating where we could open things and sort of how that works. And it really makes a big difference. And then be part of a mastermind. I mean, part of the reason the Mentor Studio came about is because Mary created Tony Robbins Platinum Partnership, and I created the mastermind for Peak Potentials. And between the 2 of us, we created this Mentor Studio, which is, again, it's all about masterminds. And I'm telling you, having Albert as part of this with his brilliance and what he brings to the table it's income generation. It's money in your pocket you didn't have before, because even if it's having more money in your pocket, you have more money to invest in yourself and invest in those around you.
Can I add something to do that if you don't mind?
Please.
Here's here's what some people don't get, and Michael knows I've spent a few bucks in the last few years. But what people don't get, and I hear this all the time, is I joined Mentor Studios, and I'm throwing this out as the example, but I didn't get any clients out of it. And Michael, you know what I'd say to that? See, they're thinking pound, what's it called? Pound simple, pound whatever, simple minded. Because let me tell you what I get out of hanging out with everybody. I'm not always necessarily out there to get clients the way you do it, but every time we do that little breakout room, somebody's going to ask me a question that's going to push my button and go, So what people don't get, and tell me if I'm on the wrong path here, Mr. Michael, that is not necessarily you making money because, oh, I joined Mentor Studios or any group because I got a major ROI because I closed a lot, correct? But the can be, I went to that group, I started hanging out with people, two reasons. Sorry, I don't mean to digress. Follow up if you want to break in. I'm meeting amazing. Oh, we just got a like on Facebook. How cool. Thank you, everybody. Please share this if you're watching this, by the way. Sharing is caring, and we love you. But what happens is you start to meet cool people. Okay? I mean, listen, everybody in Mentor Studios, I know I'm probably not going to get client out of it. But the fact the other day that I hung out with Eric, and if Eric told you the story, we went out to the burger place, In-N-Out, and we hung out till like 1 o'clock in the morning talking about our business. Now, granted, I didn't hook them for a client. I wasn't after, but we started yapping back and forth. And next thing you know, we're thinking of cool ways that we either to send energy to work together or we're pushing each other's buttons, Michael, to take each other's business forward. That to me is almost worth more money than me trying to hook you as a client. Please comment on that my little
Yeah. Part of the reason that you invest in yourself is you invest in yourself because you're surrounding yourself with other like-minded people. You're also investing in yourself to be of service. And it's really critical for masterminds and groups getting together. Everything that I join, you have to look at what's your ROI. So some things are going to happen. At the Mentor Studio, we got stages, we got hundreds of stages and virtual stages. We have all that. But I don't want people to join something because of that. I want you to join something because you're going to be of service. You're going to see how you can benefit the group and how they can then benefit from your education and knowledge. And then at the same time, things will come your way. If you always join something going, where's my clients? Where's my clients? Where's my clients?
Never going to make anything.
No one's going to work with you. No one's going to want to work with you. And that doesn't make any sense as you do that. So everything that you join, how can I be of service? My wife and I did that for years. We just said, can we help? We moved a chair. We did this, we did that. And it turned into 5 years of working in Australia, traveling the world, because they're like, if people will remember things like that.
Hey, and not breaking in, but isn't that how we pretty much always hung out? And most of the stuff, let me follow up with one more question, and I have a little comment, and we're almost done here, right? Maybe I'll ask this question. Maybe I'll go to my comment. You first, right? You go out there. How many times, Mr. Michael? I just happen to show up. I'm one of the paid people, and who's always there till 10 o'clock at night, slapping down banners and running them in hallways, right? Yeah. I'm there, and I don't have
Mr. Albert Corey,
right? But now here's the question I want to have, and I hear this all the time. Why go VIP? I hear that all the time. Oh, I don't want to spend the money. Oh, I don't get anything extra. Why do I go VIP?
Yeah, you go VIP because it's actually who you're sitting next to. It's the same thing that happens. I tell people all the time, well, I don't want to pay for first class or premium. It's not about the paying. It's you're investing in yourself because you never know who you're going to sit next to. You never know who that person is next to you. Also, when you go VIP, for those of us that run to the events, we know that you're serious, that that you wanted to hang out with this group that says we want to know more. Now, it doesn't mean that you're better or worse than anybody else. You got to be very careful of that, right? Because there are people, if they can't invest at that moment in it, but they're still being of service and willing to work. But the minute you can, no matter what it takes, whatever course you buy, whatever you do, you go VIP, because it's the people you're going to hang out with, the people you're going to know. It becomes your instant mastermind, and the business connections go on and on and on. Most people I know go VIP in every event that they do because they want to sit up closer. They want to sit with that group. It's not being closer to the speaker. It's sitting with the group that went VIP. Always remember that.
And can I make a little story about that says this 100%? A few years ago, Grant Cardone had that big event in Marlins Park near my house. I'm in Miami. and I went diamond. If you ever been to a ballpark, I'm sure, Michael, you've been to a ballpark, right? Baseball, where he had $99. Not even, you could even go $30 up. If you've ever been to a baseball game, up in the nosebleed, where you can almost touch Jesus, right? And
Yep.
I paid the VI diamond when I was on the floor. Do you know how many people I met are still my friends? And the follow up to this is that one of the people there, we became friends, who said, he goes, oh, I can go $99 or whatever, the nosebleeds were, and I'll make money. I said, okay. So we started comparing notes. I met people that became my clients, not because I'm on the diamond Grand Poobah, hanging out. And I know 2 clients that way that nothing happened. All right, we're almost at the end. What do you like to do, Michael, when you're not playing Mr. Mentor Studios?
Most people are on their phone, or I like to play with my grandkids.
Okay, that's cool. Now that we're almost coming to the end, because I know time is up, what's some parting words you can give that this is going to be on JD3 TV, and probably about right now we're on 3 stations. And Michael, you know me, this will be cut up, hacked up, and put around the world on Taxman Productions.
Yeah.
All right. So what's one thing you can tell us right now, or give us one piece of parting advice?
Yeah, the one thing I'm going to say is, and I'm going to take this from one of my mentors, Bill Walsh, and I think it's one of the most brilliant things and simple. 10 by 10. I want all of you right now, every day, to start doing 10 things before 10 in the morning
Oh, yeah, I like
that
that.
that move to your business. 10 things before 10 o'clock every morning. No unscheduled calls. And what you do the night before is you plan out what the 10 things are. You get up in the morning, you get them done before 10. Let me tell you, your productivity for the whole day will go right through the roof. And at the same time, just whatever, seriously, whatever Albert says, this man has done more in business than any of us combined. Listen to him.
All right. Now, our final thing of the day, Michael. I love you, brother. I know how to get a hold of us. Tell us how we can get a hold of Mr. Michael Silvers, because I know every day, I know we even got another call in a couple of minutes here, how they can get a hold of you so they can join you and change the world.
Yeah, simple. Just text TMS. It's the letter T, the letter M, the letter S to 26786. Text TMS to 26786. For any reason that doesn't work for you, you can always email me. It's msilvers@thementorstudio.com.
Okay, everybody. Thank you, Michael. Let me see if I can do a great exit and Robina. All right, give me one more second here. Thank you, everybody. This is Albert Corey. The world knows me as the Taxman. Thank you for being on our show today. I will always say, wherever channel you're watching on, sharing is caring. Always take the advice of my guests because they're world class. And by the way, if you want some simple tax tips to grow your business, if you follow the link below, it's not a link. You can call our office, 305-823-9228. We are a real office in Hialeah, Florida, with clients all over the world. I always end with this, my famous quote, sharing is caring, and we'll talk to everybody soon. Bye-bye.